2011 X5, BMW X5. We got brake lights in the dash, and customer wants this fixed. So we're gonna go to interlock brake system. We're gonna press continue. We're gonna check for codes. So we got issues with back brake, rear sensor, brake fluid low. I'm gonna check both of those, and then let's lift this car up. All right, guys, we got an X5 2010-11 model. I scanned the car. We got the codes for the rear brakes. Took everything apart. It says the brake pads down below, down to minimum. But I inspected the car. There's the issue. The brake sensor is broken right there. I could quickly replace this sensor, but I'm gonna change the brake pads and the sensors in here. We're gonna do it all together. We are gonna do brake pads and the sensor. Okay, guys, so bear with me here, and I'll order the pieces, and we will take this apart and get to the sensor housing where it clips in is back here. But you do need to route the cable just the way it is. Anyways, we're gonna start this job, or I might just do the job, and because I do got videos on this. You move this retainer, and always check your sensors. Like this one's broken here. Check your sensor, replace the sensors, whatever's necessary. Anyways, I'm gonna start this job. Okay, so I'm gonna use this letter guy. I'm gonna remove this retainer here. Be careful you don't hurt yourself. And it just comes back and out. I'm gonna remove the little cups in the back. This little cups on this little guy. You got Allen screws in there, so there's one in the top, one in the bottom, and we're gonna get the Allen key. I'll show you the Allen key that we're gonna need. Let me get this guy out first. Come on. Okay, there you go. Got both of these little cups. Gonna go get an Allen key, and then we're gonna start to take out this sensor. So to take out this sensor, you're gonna have to, it's like kind of in this little housing here. We'll open that up, and it just opens up just like that. The cover opens up. Don't break it, just go easy on it, and the sensor will come out, the cable will come out. And I'm gonna get the cable out all the way from the back there. It's like just a rubber booting that goes into the inserts there, and then we'll come along over here. So let me go get tools. So pretty much what we did was open the cover up here and get the sensor cable out. And I'm gonna get the Allen. Okay, I went and got me a 7mm here, and this fits well on this. And we're gonna go counterclockwise, and we're gonna loosen this baby up. And the one in the bottom one might be a little tricky, but you should be able to get it with extension. I'm gonna have to get extension also. Okay, so the bottom one, I got me extension here. I should be able to reach from back here. You might not gonna need extension, but I would put it there, make your life a little bit easy. And I'm gonna open this. It's a rubber boot from the bleeder valve, and this comes off from there, so we don't stretch it. If you want to put a sensor, you can magically put that sensor in, but it's best to change your pads with it, because this one's almost ready to go, and it's time for new brake pads on this baby. Anyways, I'm gonna loosen up the top one a little bit more, and our caliper should start to come out just like that, and the caliper will come out, and the brake pads will come out with it. And this brake pad will just come out like that. And then as you can see, we still have brake pads, but when we're doing a job in the shop, you gotta do the right thing. And the sensor come out, it has like a little retainer there. So the sensor is back here. So we're gonna compress that piston later on. We could let this baby sit over here. Okay, we're gonna just let it sit right here. and we're gonna put a little bit of threading in there. So what we need to do now is we need to get the sensor out, and it's a whole new process for that. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna be taking out some of these retainers here, these little guys. So if you got a flathead screwdriver or a tool like this, I'm gonna get the smaller one. Okay, so I got a little one here. Little one works better, and this guy will come out. These are not fun. I hate these little guys. Okay, there you go. They come out like that. That's one. There's one down here. So we need to go behind this panel, and that guy just fell apart. Where did it go? All the way down there. So I'm not sure about these. Okay, these might just break. I don't want to break nothing. And we got a small little 7mm bolts down here and a 10 here, and we got another one there. So I'm gonna go get some tools. So there's an 8mm down here, right here. We're gonna take that off. There's one. Okay, I'm not sure if there's one over here. There's one over here. I'm gonna take it off for the heck of it to make my life a little bit easier. And then we're gonna switch sockets, and we're gonna take off the 10mm right over here. Okay, so little plastic piece there. So is this gonna come out? So this is binded to this, but this thing self-returning, the guy right here. I don't know if this is gonna come out. Oh God, I hate these little guys. Okay, so okay, that came out. So this is a clip. I think it's broken. The tip of it is broken, and that's out. And once that's out, we should have more space back here. So I might not want to break the other one, and we should be able to get down it. You know what? Not breaking it, but we're taking it out to do the job properly. This got to come out. We not might be able to put something up, but we call something up. Okay, we'll call the parts department. Okay, and get another one, and that might be for another time. Okay, there you go. This guy had to come out. I'm gonna get that out of there, cut it off, take it out. But so one thing I want to do is let me get the sensor out from back here. Okay, so these cups got to be opened up here. So I need the lighting down here a little bit. There you go, that's better. So I got to open up this retainer here. I got to open up this guy. So these guys, they just open up if you lift them up a bit, and they open up. So let's get the sensor out. Okay, there's one more back here that I forgot. Okay, there you go. This guy come out, this guy come out. And now we're ready to lift up this whole fender bender liner here. And whew, it's gonna get dusty. Dusty, rusty, crusty. Okay, let's get this guy out of here, right here. And then okay, right down here. You know what? We're gonna take the camera in there with us. No, we're not gonna take the camera in there with us. We're gonna move the camera down. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move the camera here on the mounting frame here. There you go. We need to bring in the light. There you go. And we got our cover right here. This guy opens up just like that, and this is the sensor we bring out. So don't pull on these cables. So if you squeeze this retainer, try to get it out nicely and easily. And here's our sensor, which is broken. So we're gonna wait for the new sensor and reinstall everything back, and we'll wait for that. Okay, meanwhile we're waiting for the sensor, let's compress this piston here on this caliper. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our compressed handheld grip compress tool here. Very easy to compress this BMW real caliper, and it's not an electrical caliper, and all you do is you pump this and this baby goes right in. Okay, so a few things I want to do while the camera's off. I'm gonna spray some brake cleaner here, clean this area up, and we will come back and with the new brake pads. And it's not so expensive, but the cost of this stuff, parts and labor, come out to pretty decent. So this thing only plugs in one way. You can't go wrong. Let me move up my camera a little bit that way. So see this notch, you gotta match with that. If you try to plug it that way, it won't go in, and it should click. Let's be quiet. There you go, small light click. And then you want to put this back just the way it was. Okay, this little notch gotta sit in there, and this box closes up. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna reroute the whole cable right where it belongs, and I'm gonna route the whole thing all around, and then it's gonna come out through this back end underneath this little plates here. Let me just grab my light. So this thing does go through this here, and make sure you route it properly. And I see a lot of times the biggest problem here is people don't route it properly, and the thing ends up so this got to be down below it. So I'm gonna route that cable, and then I have it out here, and then we'll start to work on the brake pads and everything here. So give me a moment. Routed the sensor to all the way back here. So what I want to do here is I just want to take these covers and I want to stick them back. I'm waiting on some hardware clips over here that I broke out. Had no choice. And just do your best for now, and let's get this in there like it's supposed to be. There you go. And this little guy goes right there. And remember that plastic little screw, that one over here, that goes in. You can turn it by hand or 10 millimeters. Sometimes you can even push in there. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna lock that up, and then I'm gonna go get my number 8 socket. And remember, we took off screw from the bottom down here. That goes in, and this baby goes in. Okay, we got all that. We're missing the 2 clips. One is back of me here. One clip goes here. And I got one on the floor here. Both of these, you just push them in, just like that. I usually use my back of my ratchet and get them in. Okay guys, so time for us to put the brake pads in, and give me a moment, let me align my camera and everything. So very light caliper, a lot of people will judge me for that. I'm not gonna take that from anybody. So we got 4 brake pads, 2 and 2. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take 2 brake pads. One goes over here, and the other one, remember we compressed the piston already, and this one goes in here. Okay, the sensor is the last thing we're gonna put in because we don't want to stretch that guy. And then your caliper goes in. Okay, next step here, what I want to do here is I want to slowly and gently turn these bolts in the back. You don't want to cross thread them, you don't want to damage them. So take your time and turn them by hand first. Make sure they catch on the threads. And once you catch it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your tool on, and we are gonna turn this baby till it locks in. Bada bing, bada boom. So I got the bottom one locked in, and here comes the top one. Just be careful with this sensor. You don't want to pinch it between the tool either. Okay, there goes that. And don't forget to put the 2 caps on back of this. Okay, and I got one over here. That goes here. So this is nice and tight. I'm gonna take my camera. So again, I still gotta put that little lid underneath this. cover here. So this goes on, smacks right on just like that. So that's the last thing I'm gonna do there. Meanwhile, I still wanna get the sensor in. So here's our sensor. So this little notch gotta be facing towards the brake pad, the rotor, and take your time doing it slowly. If you need to push it with the needle nose, do so, and it should click right in and you're all done. And make sure you route, and then we're gonna, and this thing has to go in here, and this is the wall I was talking about. This gotta close here, and make sure you don't have this thing sticking out where the rim is gonna hit. So make sure you have just a perfect amount of clearance there. And I still gotta get my sensor in with the needle nose and do that, and try not to damage the neck either. You don't want to pull the wires or anything like that. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching my video. After this, you do need to reset the light, which we will do. Okay, one last thing, get this retainer on. You just push it right on, it goes right on. You're gonna have to squeeze it, push it in, and it shouldn't come out after that. Very easy to put that on. So that's it, and I'm gonna do the other side, then we're gonna reset the light. Okay, all done and it's completed. So one last thing, before you start the vehicle, remember, we compressed the piston, now we need to retract them back. If you start your car, put it to reverse, it's not gonna stop, okay? So what you need to do is you need to pump this brake several times. It's gonna be soft and it's gonna get hard. And then you're all set. Now we're gonna take the vehicle back, and the key, the wheels are tight, everything is tight. Double check your work. And what we're gonna do is, so we did have the brake lights and everything. I think it went away on its own, but we'll still scan it and reset it. So we're gonna go to reverse, and I want the car to warm up a bit, so I'm gonna let it run here, idle here, and I will scan it. We're gonna park it, and we're gonna let it sit here. And so the light is gone by itself, but we still want to scan it. If the code is there, we'll clear it. And it did say brake fluid low. I want to show you guys on a BMW, I did take off the cover. I'm going to be putting that back together. The cover is there. So if you need to check your BMW's brake fluid, open the hood up. Brake fluid is in that corner, but you need to, okay, you see this? You need to turn these with like a 11 or 12 millimeter or a large size Allen. You need to turn this, turn this, turn this, turn this, and in the bottom you got these little hooks that hook on, and you should be able to take this cover off right here. You should be able to take this cover off, and your brake fluid is in here. Right now we up to level. Since we did the brake, the fluid comes back. So just because of that sensor, it gave a code for this and that. Anyways, I'm gonna put this cover back together. Make sure you do a nice job. Make sure this is clean and clear. Okay, upon completion of brake fluid and brake pad wear sensor and everything, there's no more light in the dash, but we still need to clear this. So we're gonna go clear codes and continue. And that's it, we're done here. Thank you for watching my video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Let's check for codes one more time into the code, and no codes are present. So you do need to reset that. I'm not sure if you could do it from the dash. I still want to let this car run for a little bit. All right, so no light in the dash, none of that stuff there. Thank you for watching my video.